Next up, we crown the 2K TV Interactive Wizard. But before that, let's give you a chance to up your 2K TV Interactive win.
We've got a real doozy of a winning streak.
The bronze likeness of Lakers grit, and nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, it took 5 long months, but Anthony Davis's trade request was finally granted. And now he has a new start in Los Angeles alongside LeBron James. And the Lakers now boast 2 top 10 players. Kevin, this is a team with legitimate champions.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Crowder in at the 3 with Jackson Jr. playing the 4. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with Howard. And it's George in at point guard. You know, Steve, we know teams rest guys down the stretch, but what do you think about resting guys mid-season so that they're fresh at the end?
I think if you are a team that's been through these playoff runs, long championship runs, and you still know you have a chance to win, I think it's kind of unfair to us fans when you have a team that might not get to the finals and you're starting to rest guys and there's no benefit at the end. If there's a benefit at the end for the players, organization, and fans, I'm all for it. But if it's not, I don't like to see guys resting. Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Here's Morant, and the layup is good.
Even though he's smaller, Morant does not lack assertiveness, which comes in handy down low.
Outside, George fires the 3, and Valanciunas pulls it down. Memphis with the ball. Here's the floater.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Left side, George. Elbow shot. Trying to get open is Davis. Second shot opportunity. And Howard with the layup.
Yeah, and when Howard is allowed to get near the bucket, he capitalizes easily on the offensive glass. He sees the game so well.
Howard with the steal. Fast break, the Lakers. And LeBron throws it down.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Most teams now are looking to play with pace. No better way to ignite the break than off a turnover.
Now here's Morant. Launches it. Trains the three-pointer. Morant's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, this is where we talk about Morant's versatility. He can work off the ball because he's worked so hard on that jumper.
Now Howard, after the missed 3 from George.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
Here's Morant. After the made shot from George, pass to Valanciunas. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
LeBron outside, back to George. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. So timeout called here, the first for Memphis.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Dudley comes in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Danny Green. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Clark comes in for Jaren Jackson. Anderson, he's checked in for Crowder. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Allen. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's George. That one goes. Count it. George has got 6.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Anderson outside. Shoots. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
He's used to being the catalyst. Kyle trying to become more of a threat, playing off the ball.
The 3 from George. The shot misses, and it's Memphis the other way.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Down low, Caldwell Pope, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Really most effective when he's in attack mode, and KCP with the athleticism to do it.
Jones, the pass to Lopez. Stolen by McGee. Kuzma outside. It's rebounded by Memphis. An even 3-on-3 break. The pass to Jones. Now Morant. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Lopez. Over Caldwell Pope. Lopez, no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And here's George for 3.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking shots.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a completely new group for Los Angeles. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Lopez. Jaren Jackson comes in for Clark. Crowder, he's checked in for Josh Jackson. And Allen subbed in for Jones. Free throw no good for Howard. A smitty of recent players to enter the league. Which had rookie seasons that surprised you?
I think Donovan Mitchell, the way he came out of the gates. I knew Luka Doncic was good, but because I hadn't seen much film or seen him live, he surprised me. Trae Young, the way he's played from a small guard position, those are some of the guys that have surprised me. Some were high draft picks, and some were a little bit lower, but those are the 3.
LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Howard. Then it's Green, and it's George in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Morant dishes to Jackson. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Offensive rebound, and the rejection by Jackson. Here's the break. Crowder from outside. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And there's typically going to be some space when you're out in transition and you do just kind of venture out to that three-point line.
George, no good.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
Crowder kicks to Allen. Crowder, the pass to Allen. That's tipped. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Here's the 3. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got 3 assists in the game.
They are still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
And right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steal.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Crowder in at the 3 with Jackson Jr. playing the 4. And it's Valanciunas in at the center position.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The 3 from George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
He has taken it upon himself to score the ball as much as possible for his team. He's not looking to pass it right now.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The Lakers making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Allen outside. Beyond the arc. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Jackson.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
6 on the shot clock.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
Here's Morant following the basket by Anthony Davis. Bucket is good, and it's 7 points for John Morant.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
From deep, George doesn't get it to drop for him. The Grizzlies trail by 16. The layup off target.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Davis. Good substitution here for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Davis comes in for LeBron. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Georgia subbed in for Bradley. Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. Grayson Allen comes in for Tyus Jones.
Yeah, and shooters have to be cautious with Howard around. He has such a long reach that he easily blocks those kinds of shots.
Caruso kicks to George. Trying to get open is Davis. Lopez with the block. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Anderson can't get it to go. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
8 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Here's Valanciunas, and it's sent back by Howard. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We come back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Anthony Davis is out there with Howard. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's George in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now here's Morant. Got a piece of it. Stolen by George. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
You see the weight that AD's added to his frame over the years. Now invites contact.
Morant with it, defended by George. Count that one. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that, or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there are some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There's some plays, I played with some players, after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game, but when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you did. You loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do. And here's Morant. After the three-pointer from George, Morant passes to Valanciunas. And no good. Excellent D from Howard.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Morant with it. Jackson passes to Valanciunas. Fades away. That one wide left.
Went to the fadeaway. Didn't need to, though. Probably cost him some points.
Here's George. That one, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Here's Morant.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Some changes for the Lakers. LeBron's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Alex Caruso. George, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 19. And here's Morant. And it's sent back by Howard. Now here is George. D right on him. LeBron kicks to George. Launches a 3. Connects from three-point range. George has got 29 in the game. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Stolen by George. Outside for Murray. Passes it to Bradley. Lets it go from the wing. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Bradley. George has got 15 points here in the second half. Memphis has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Poked loose. Pass to Anderson. Outside Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Jones, no luck. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for George.
You know what stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
Baseline J on the way, and he hits the jump shot. George has got 36.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And Davis puts it in.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
And George, here we go. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And he makes the first. That one is no good. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jay, a very good win for your team, and your fourth quarter performance put the game away. What was your mentality coming down the stretch?
All right, David, thank you.
I guess so, but...
All right, I'm going to let you go now, but thanks again for joining.
I hit a couple early, and once I...
Awesome. Thanks, Jay. Always a pleasure.
All good.